next one would have given them that first seed that would have been so much for them. But yet they still need to fight, and of course it has to start with today's match.
Certainly does. Jumping into this BBL. On the defending side, of course, that then means NAVI on the attack. And I know you've been in the lab cooking up information about these pistol rounds. So I do want you to highlight that once we kind of get past what they're attempting towards Tree. There's already early contact towards Pora. You're going to have to respect this and fall away, but big information, but they're not committing to this.
Yeah, exactly. They decide to turn around, watch out for the alarm board that is going to gather the information on mid. Different position from what's usual. It's definitely going to be the first player.
It's Elite orada, backside'da. Right? BBL have to kind of lean back into those previous positions. Reezy over towards CT, and a very isolated Elite on site. Needs value and gets one. Could have done with a bit more. Reezy actually bailing them out further by finding Zipan. This isn't as clean as I'm sure NAVI was hoping for here, but they have secured a plant. BBL try and take a little bit of a pre-take here, but mostly just towards Boathouse as those early steps.
Yeah, exactly. And playing in pairs, that's something that BBL definitely needed to fix from previously, Lauren.
Oh, they're close. Kushner instantly put to bed by Angel. And we're looking at the rest of this now. An even affair, 3-3. 2 towards the back. And Sugetsu playing a little bit closer now. And yeah, NAVI just holding these angles. They haven't even really discovered Sugetsu yet. So Brave already down relatively low.
Abi şaka mı ya?
And it is. NAVI get things started well. Now talk to me about what you've been cooking up in the lab.
Yeah, exactly. I was looking at the numbers and I was thinking about something that Angel mentioned in the last post that we had about them being very happy about getting those pistols. So I went and just looked at those win rates to begin with, right?
Talk to me.
So first of all, BBL has for this season 58% win rate on those pistols. NAVI is only on the 38. But I'm like, hear me out.
Okay, talk to me.
There has to be more to it. So I took a little deeper, right? And I go into what happens after they win this pistol round. We know and we see it on our screens right now, this buy that NAVI is purchasing for the second round. It's so important because just because of this, it guarantees them right now they are at an 80% win rate for bonus after winning this second round. That is nasty.
80.
That is a big number. And NAVI is the kind of team that will capitalize on this and use the ultimates that they can gather. That's what we see them capturing those orbs. To actually use them on that third round to guarantee the snowball in the half. And hear me out, with Team Liquid, this map started with an 8-0 lead.
Yes, snowball in effect. NAVI, one of the best at doing it. And I want to see it now
Snowball işini yapan en
Now,
iyi
we noted
takım
earlier,
ya.
as you highlighted, the pistols don't normally sit with them, but it's that bonus conversion. But now we're going to see it in action. And of course, now as we brought up the statistic, they'll probably prove you wrong. However, we wait and see, because it would be monumental if a bunch of classics outdid, what is it, 2 Vandals sat there, Angel working towards his ult nicely at this point. Already BBL going for a bit of a stack, and actually so far in the right place. We know that NAVI do pivots on occasion, so again this should be winnable. Nice! BBL can cause some problems. Brave gonna find one and actually hold up. NAVI looking a little shaky here. They walked into the stack, a little blind, but speaking of blind, as was Brave. So now just down to Elite, this should be a formality.
Yeah, exactly. Elite is not going to find anything. So Gets is going to get the last kill, and now we're going to jump into that bonus. Last bit to add on to it. Overall, the win rate for that third round, overall, doesn't matter if they win or if they lose, for BBL is only at 25%. They're not having the strongest starts of the halves, but definitely, this is Ascent, this is BBL. Something has to be different, especially if they have been learning from the past weeks.
You gotta hope so, right? There's been such an upswing from BBL as of late. I mean, NAVI don't have looked good from the start of the season, though, so that's a scarier fact. But still, it'd be good to see those shades of BBL going forward. And again, this bonus is so robust for NAVI. They have everything they'd want. First gun round here for BBL. And it looks quite pacey from NAVI.
Yeah, and Angel is only 2 points away from that first ultimate. He's going to use the run to gather all the information on the side, and they're not going to wait a second.
Ya şu an iki kişi bıçak yedik, onun derdi
Elite! Elite so aware of that space though, seemingly noting that there could have been a player slip through with those smokes coming in, but Artist finds success on the other side of the map. He's opened up A, and it's whether or not that pivot through middle gets caught. The spike's already away. They're already up towards Cat. Angel just has to make sure they can't get flanked, and that's the time being bought. Kushner couldn't close the gap. The spike plants in. And I'm already looking at this post plant. How's that going to be set up? Because I like Kushner's adjustment there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think something that they might have wanted to do on that pistol round, but they didn't achieve to do, is playing in pairs, at least for BBL, to guarantee the minimum of the trades now that they're going to be playing on the retake. But just look at Sugetsu in the tripwire that he's put. All this is in control of NAVI right now.
And the late flank again. You're going to see Sugetsu potentially flex down towards Street, not seeing any pressure through from heaven, so why not? The timing could be critical, it could be essential. BBL need to get a move on, and they're just not finding a way towards the site yet. Artist, yeah, noted, but that's fine. He's happy for the attention. He plays in Shao. NAVI looking stunning, and Artist just teed up. Sugetsu clears through tree. They've got it all on wraps.
Beautiful round from NAVI, exactly what we were expecting. We were discussing from them, and definitely gives them some comfort on, of course, their map pick. A bit surprisingly. I was thinking, you know, Bara did get all the information of who was playing on site and who wasn't, but still, they weren't able to get those kills. BBL now back to the drawing board, back to that slow and low buy for them. They have to rethink a little bit by bit. Only one hero Vandal Executioner. We were talking about it. The desk was also mentioned it. When he's online, BBL is different.
Oh, absolutely. That plays in the Heretics matchup, the Koi matchup. When you saw him on Raze, he looked like a monster. We need to see that transfer to Jet. We need to see him look comfortable. We need to see him find those valuable entries the desk was talking about. Again, these elements that opened up opportunities for BBL. Now, as it stands, that's not been the case yet.
Yeah, I want to also bring attention again to that cycle of ultimates. Looks Shao is very close. Angels, where Artist, like little by little, the moment that BBL go into another full buy, NAVI's going to have more than weapons to fight this.
Yeah, first contact made. They've already noted where this rifle is. Kushner, the lucky boy. He's got taken down relatively low, but he's still kicking. And it looks just like a kind of information finding default from NAVI there. Yes, they're testing middle, they're removing the utility, they're going through the process here.
Yeah, exactly. Very little by little. And also swapping things from round to round, putting pressure in different zones of the map. That knife from Power that is not going to find anything, but not finding anything is also information.
Okay.
Aura does find Angel. That's, again, the player who wasn't
down low. And Artist is 5 HP.
Yep, little pop flash to get the swing.
Nice!
Just walks in. No trade available. This looks a little sloppy from NAVI. The other two now coming from EMEA. BBL happy to withstand this with 30 seconds left.
Güzel, kapı kapatma çok iyiydi.
Nice!
Really nice prediction play between Brave and Kushner, noting
çok iyisiniz lan siz.
And it's just Sugetsu.
Böyle eko çalarlar işte.
BBL shutting the door.
Let's go!
Considering it was just that hero rifle, and that wasn't even the most influential piece that they really came in with. It was everyone else here.
They decided to give them the space, actually play from the stronger positions that they had. Once where they could deny the trade and just go a little bit back, reinforce with the rest of the team. Also, Shao, come on, you cannot do that to Brave. He ain't new. He knows exactly where you're going to be TP and what do you think you're playing against?
No other rifle. I think that's going to be kept over. But from BBL's perspective, they've got rifles galore. They're happy with this. They're quite close to a couple of ults. Curious to see when that comes through. But as a NAVI, so both teams now starting to hit that first ult side.
Yeah. Little by little, I mean, of course, the ball is on BBL right now. I don't think that they're the underdogs necessarily because of how they performed the past 2 weeks, but definitely they need to do something with this defense, and we already see how the setup that they have on B is preventing another super fast attack from NAVI.
Let's see what NAVI do now, coming into this first real challenge made. Flash to clear the early utility there. Give them at least the corner to work from.
Taret alıp çıktılar.
Just go for the spam, see if he finds anything off the back of it, but it stands. NAVI tempering the pace.
Ekonomimiz de bu arada bayağı topladık. Az önce neredeyse kill vermedik. Sadece Brave öldü. O yüzden ekonomimiz de şu an çok iyi.
They're going to do slowly but surely. Brave is going to repeat that one way to at least have that pressure. Here comes the first recon at least for Angel.
Just clearing that early space over towards Wine, get themselves building through this, and actually the Aldro to follow. This looks like the pace is going to be shifting. NAVI now slipping up a gear, but you already saw that happen, and Artist lost in the sword. But Brave's already kicking 3 back-to-back, and the site's not quite theirs anymore, but he did so much damage for them. One's going to come through, and it's Shao
Nasıl 2v2 kaldık hala ya? Adam 3 vurdu amına koyayım.
Situation also Sugetsu is going to get his ultimate. Of course, he's going to need a corpse for that. The camera is also going to be utilized.
This is getting a little dicey now. Position's going to be noted. And Sugetsu going to take the space that he's been gifted. Teed up for success towards Elite. He can back away towards the site and force Reezy into a 1v2 with very little information.
And also, I mean, money's still not a problem. He needs to go for this try. He's going to be spotted by the camera. And I would say the shot Sugetsu has a very easy shot here.
But the time is almost lost, and Reezy, he can't get towards the site. NAVI taking into that one. I mean,
yazık oldu şu rounda ya.
Bailed out BBL there.
Literally all the 3 kills in this round.
Ya niye bu kadar telaş yaptılar ki? Heaven'dan 2 kişi oynarlardı. Elite bir anda gitti Heaven'a. Reezy Heaven'da değil, yan yana değiller. Koptular şu an yani. Burada niye tek başına abi bu adam? Niye trade'ine çıkan yok? Reise niye çıkmıyor?
It's been different every single round. This is why probably we do not see BBL being contendent on some solution as to what is happening right now.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for them to, even during those tactical timeouts, identify what that core problem is. So, as it stands,
He's playing good, just hitting shots.
Yeah, they're just winning the duels, the classic. But now, though, we do see a couple of ults now starting to cycle. Artis has his. Angels now online. Yes, we saw them invested before, but we see trying to bait in some attention from NAVI.
Yep. He gets the recon, gets a bit of info that there's no one tries to break the camera, and Angel's not going to doubt it, and also Artis is not going to have any questions. The paranoia also used onto site.
Yeah, this is going to be tricky, though. They still have to gap close here, and Reezy is very much alone. He's done so well to stay alive. No immediate support, as that now notes that NAVI are here. Brave's taken a quick TP and had a little bit of a low, trying to dig his heels in, but only that stinger still not going to be enough as NAVI clear the site. Plant going to come through. Let's see what Kushner, Pora, and Elite can achieve, but to get to watching the cross is going to make it so difficult. Another problem to try and solve for them, to clear that angle. To force him out from it, he can buy so much time. Plant now into place. Kushner knows that Sugetsu's the first that he has to deal with, because Pora's just found Angel.
Abi şeyi de trade'ine bekliyor Omen'de. Nice. Vur lan şunu da. Nice!
O
ne lan headshot? O headshot.
V2 back to the wall. He's going to get the first. 1v1 now. Smoke to the right and the play to the left. He didn't predict
Nice!
it.
Çok
korktum var ya bir abi. Ya çok korktum.
Gel. From him to close that gap. And NAVI finally tested here.
Beautiful retake and also beautiful patience to just wait for the utility of Farah to have a safe duel, a favorable one, and just hitting the shots. Maybe one of the solutions that BBL can put onto this is setting Kushner up for success. It's been definitely one of their winning conditions previously, and him feeling like this is definitely a threat for a NAVI whose plan was actually very good onto the round. It was onto those late duels that none of them were fatal for them. And that's also because of the way the Kushner was moving. There was no possibility of trading him after he got the kill on Sugetsu, even though Xiao tried so.
Just waiting to see if Sugetsu rebuys armor.
Right here.
He don't need it. Oh, right?
Oh, well, let's find out. A little bit of an issue there, but Artis right off the rip going to take the space. Going to set into motion by Angel, but it's Brave again. Finding space, finding that pressure point to really turn the screws. NAVI have at least given themselves access to the site, but it's burnt so many of these points on the way. They need that plant to come in, because look how
Beraber, kol kola.
They're going for this one. Already taken through towards heaven. Is Zipman to get to hold them back. Kushner and Reezy going to fall. And NAVI just hold them down.
Çok iyi vurdular.
A quick pace change after the back of the round, lost there. And they're right in on the site.
Yeah, exactly. And this time BBL wants to stop the plant from even happening. They do not want to get to that retake situation, but it just doesn't work. There is something also when you activate the KO ult that you feel that you're invincible. Right, so I can see Zippen feeling himself just getting onto the kills. And even when his ultimate was off, he was still putting all the pressure that was needed and necessary for NAVI. I think this calls for a timeout now. I think that after 7 rounds, it is time for BBL to start, as we were saying, you know, looking for solutions and also aligning to one game plan. Like, are we going to go for the retake? How are we going to interpret that first movements of the round? How are we going to react, right, if they go onto a super fast-paced round?
I think there's a lot of questions and not a lot of time to get through it for BBL. As you highlighted earlier, and I think it's a very key thing to note with NAVI, is that they've given them a couple of different looks. They're still doing all the fundamentals, they're still running
that galiba ya bir şeyle uğraşıyordu ya kördü. Yani Brave'in trade'ine çıkamadı mı? Ne oldu anlamadım orada ya.
Fortunately here for BBL, they do have a lot of ults to play with, however they don't have the finances to particularly support it for this round. They might go for a little something, curious to see what they go for in a purchase at least, but even beyond that, I don't know how they address this.
Yeah, but here's the thing, even though this is going to be an eco round, we can see that they have 4 ultimates available. I want to see, I don't know, a play around middle, something that is going to give Kushner the confidence that he needs for the rest of this matchup, something that can shut NAVI down right and stop them right on their feet.
Don't know if that's the case though. It looks a little standard to me.
I mean, to be fair, one of the 2 rounds that they won was a half-buy eco round, so...
Hey, no, fair enough.
Hear me out, they can shoot.
Yeah.
Gene bunlar A'ya yakın.
Not sold yet, but...
Burada NAVI de hızlı kuruyor oyunu yani. NAVI yavaş oynar dedik ama...
Again, just taking space on the map. I think they need to be a little bit cautious because of the amount of ults. If something goes slightly astray, there's going to be such wanting to invest off the back already. There's the start of it. Already Kushner looking for that opportunity. A little bit of damage on Ardis, but no securing of the kill. There's Brave though. Once again finding that space. 5 HP, but he backs away. So still a number advantage. They lose out on Zipan for NAVI, and now that damage comes into effect. Angel down low, and so is Ardis.
Yeah, but Ardis has already worked his way onto side. BBL is just waiting, as we were mentioning, probably using that lockdown.
Winnable, vallahi winnable. Bak Rize'nin de ultisi var.
I'm kind of wondering, when does Brave switch that weapon out for someone else's? He's down on 5 HP. I mean, surely you're looking to trade that out.
Yeah, but he's always getting the first. You know, Lauren? It's his trophy.
Yeah, yeah, that fair enough.
I mean, the plant still hasn't gone down. Actually, Rize has used the drone, and he hasn't found anything, I think.
But this comes back to some of those earlier rounds from NAVI that they're so happy to kind of toy with expectations, right? They try and fake.
Bekliyorlar, zamanları var tabii. Kurmuyorlar o
and they're doing it
yüzden.
again, but I hope they don't overcook this one, right?
Yeah, but look at power.
Short'a döndüler. Short'u oynamak istiyorlar.
Let's wait and see. Already smoke deeper towards tree this time. Going to facilitate this lower push up here. They've already cleared through mid. It indicates it's going to be CT. Now they're ready to deal with this lockdown. They're in position for this NAVI. Looking for the long con here, looking to deal with this. Brave is none the wiser. He has no idea. The tip of the barrel is shown. Sugetsu is going to find out every day. Oh my heck! They were too late. They were too late on this. And now there's an issue. They're on the site here, and now there are problems galore. They need to be able to make sure they keep this one under wraps here. NAVI now under scrutiny and under pressure. BBL couldn't quite close the gap though as NAVI trying to get back to this one. The fuse is already starting. It's already towards halfway. They've done so well here. And a 1v1 to get to lead. To get towards the site. He's trying to toy with the time. He's seen him. He knows he's got this one to get to.
Yes!
Shot above the box.
Nice.
There were so many things that NAVI looked like they were on track for there, Bear, but it went wrong.
Hear me out. I'm just happy that we got
Eko aldık ha. Gram para harcamadan aldık ele. Klasik de aldık
the
amına
plan from
koyayım.
NAVI was good. They
Brave,
identified that they lost a player, right? That they needed to regain that space from mid because of the Killjoy ultimate. The problem is that the timing is not right. And even though this came out to this 2v2, honestly, another eco for BBL, and we've seen the reaction. This is the kind of rounds that definitely make everything for you. Even Epic is screaming.
Yeah.
Even him.
That's a tilter
Nice
for
and
NAVI.
easy, yeah.
That's a tilter. You're not happy with that one because it seems so well formulated. The consideration of the lockdown, the late play up towards
everything.
Cat, it seems so well positioned.
Do be like that. Hear me out. It could be a great day for the Turkish teams, Lauren.
It truly could be. I mean, there's every chance for it.
Dur ya,
3-5 now. And again, keep in mind there was a timeout prior to that kind of Sheriff with the Bulldog coming in. So hopefully BBL throughout this, even off that back of the win, have a consideration of how they want to approach this round. We've been seeing NAVI go through the faces here, kind of playing it out somewhat as expected, going through those defaults. But maybe a challenge towards middle this time. Ardis going to have the time here. Just waiting. He now knows they're close. Dash is popped in the first, is claimed. He has to stand up. There's no way out of he finds two. Zipan and Ardis removed. Yes, Sugetsu gets back in, but all they've got is mid-space. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. And now slowly but surely, Elite is going to make sure that Angel cannot enter the side by popping his nano at the entrance of B. Even though the smokes are in, just look at Power. Also with his ultimate, he's already rotated. They have every flank covered.
That's huge. This is going to be really difficult for NAVI to get into. Needs Angel to find, I don't want to say a freebie, but you've got to find almost a mistake here. Two players on the site, and he's going to know both, but he's got to handle one of them, and he does. But yeah, perfect trade timing for Rize. Doesn't get pressured by it, doesn't get threatened, and Shao already noted and suppressed. What more is he meant to do here? With 13 seconds, the chances are looking slim. This is going to be a BBL. Wow, what a response. But Bear, talk to me here, because it looked like they identified mid was where they wanted to take that fight.
BBL!
Actually, this was almost a repetition of what we saw in the pistol round, right? That same alarm that is possible, but Kushner is playing in a little bit more of a safe position. He not only manages to get 2 kills, he also slows them. Maybe NAVI not using that utility at the beginning of the round. We also see, you know, most likely the Sovas trying to break that alarm, but that kind of things are not happening. They're just all walking together as a pack. There is no map control in this situation, and of course, it calls out for a timeout of their own to talk about how they're interpreting things as well, right? Because it's not like BBL is in their faces being like, oh, this is the kind of game that we're gonna play and you're just gonna be playing it. No, exactly. They're literally just being like, oh, you wanna do that? No worries, I'll be waiting here. I'll just wait.
It's starting to become that kind of chess game, right? The first move gets made, good adjustment from BBL. They actually read it well. And we were discussing how hard it is to read NAVI sometimes, how hard it is to identify those problem areas. They did it well enough. They forced the hand of NAVI now to find a response back.
I like the discipline as well, because even in that situation, maybe some other team would have pushed a little bit more or trying to get some more pressure onto mid. mid. What BBL did was literally just wait around. Power was very sure onto the angle that he had to cover. Reezy knew what part of the B side he had to be covering, and it just
worked well.
Ended up in a very good round for them.
No, I love this, and I want to see what NAVI do with their kind of problem solving on the other side. Again,
it's still BBL's Ascent, you know.
It is very true. There's always going to be something.
It's seen better times, but you know,
there is something there.
What was always
will be.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
we'll make it say that. Don't worry about it. If you say it with enough conviction, everyone believes you. I've fooled them to think I'm a good caster. It's crazy. 4-5 though. NAVI pump the brakes for a moment. We still have that one rifle on Xiao here. The rest, Sheriff's odds and ends. Now, a couple of ults are very nearby. Angel 2 off, who gets his, but the kind of key ones that can almost not tee up around necessarily, but give you a very good foothold is Zipan's, and Artis is still quite far away. So I want to see if Xiao gets played in here.
Yeah, exactly. Power's going to use his, I would say, ultimate, even if he thinks that he's being ambushed. He's just going to start with the molly and stop NAVI. Right at the beginning.
Oh, that's...
Never mind.
An attempt on the spray, but down to 1 HP. Xiao, you're going to cycle that rifle away potentially here. We do have another one recovered. That's in the hands of Artis. But now BBL going to answer back, and this is difficult.
Nice.
This is tricky, and that's so well handled by BBL. They slip back a little deeper, make NAVI work for their dinner. But yes, Sugetsu's still here.
Yeah. And Angel with the spike is going to try and get closer to him, even though the positions from BBL are very, very good. Of course, the entrance to A is not going to be easy at all.
And look how we're seeing the players sit. They're just giving them no room. They know that Sugetsu might have slipped the net a little bit. That's a chance here. Yeah, Kushina. Ooh, don't disrespect Sugetsu now. You got 30 seconds and a real opportunity to do something.
If he uses his ult, I'll believe it.
Not clean up there.
Güzel, bırak dilensin.
Çaresiz bırak onu. Yeah, he's struggling to find that individual player, that one out of place, Brave. So confident on that little shoulder check there, even gets a kill on it. So BBL weather the storm, and we tie up the scoreline 5 apiece.
And I think it's beautiful how they're doing it, just using every single piece of utility to have its own effect, right? You throw the molly, you slow them down, they go onto you. Reezy is ready with his ultimate, and if they're forced to be out, Kushner, who is a piece of utility of himself, would be getting the kill. I think this was just beautiful. Another beautiful round to watch. But now that we're 5-5 on the scoreline, we need to see a NAVI that gives us another reason for them peeking onto this map and being so confident in their attack.
They've got a couple of ults to play with, and the same can be said on the other side. This is a really critical round, and a little bit of a difference here already. The deeper Aldrin coming out, BBL looking for those in. Oh, he does get caught here, but do they read the adjustment? They do. Artis very well handled. Good trade for Reezy though, so that mid access isn't so comfortable. And Paul's getting closer. He's still got a flash to play with. You can see the temptation, but the ult may have just dissuaded that.
Oh, he ended up breaking it. I was going to say, you know, Artis had the spike. I just wonder what would have happened if he would have gotten onto boat. And then the spike was just trapped there.
The pressure is so hard to handle here. BBL matching NAVI step by step, and NAVI have got themselves a site. So that's the plan going to come down. Early information towards heaven. It's secure enough that you can sit a little deeper towards CT.
Yeah, Angel needs to leave. He has his ultimate. They definitely need this round. And of course, if Pora uses his ultimate, things are going to get complicated for using that utility. So he gets to also on the flank again and Zipan playing from side.
This is all about timing now. They've got to get this drilled down. Zipan getting them to was essential. Great work from him to give them the man advantage. Yes, the rest can come in as we see, but now the pressure is truly on. That ult is going to be in the back of Angel's mind. If pressure starts to build, he's got to be able to pop this, but it's Sugetsu at the first step and the second. The ult comes in, and it's almost irrelevant. The job's been done by Sugetsu. Reezy can only back away. This round's been secured, and NAVI once again reclaiming control here. Nice approach from them, a little bit of an adjustment, even after losing that first pick and fight in middle.
And that probably was what was discussed in the time. Right? It cannot happen that you get 2 players down on mid and you freeze for 20 seconds. We cannot be like that because we have no presence, we have no control around the map, and BBL can do whatever. They didn't even know that they were waiting in spawn because they might as well have been in their backs. Also, I just love the fact that Angel just went and walked all the way, being like, guys, don't worry, I have my ult, and so he gets to the peak time, is just killing everybody. Iconic, of course. But yeah, still another and last round of this BBL's defense. And now, just now, is when we see Kushner with the operator.
Let's see what he can do. A new look to potentially close out this half. Kushner stays around for a second, but again, has the Blade Storm as well. So plenty to work with here. And we've seen this high priority from NAVI.
Now they want to know if Kushner's there.
Yep. But slip back a little further. A new test, a new challenge, and a new kill. kanalıma does well, and this time, Zipan, no trade there for him. Last time able to trade out in middle, they've got the man advantage here now. Yeah, exactly. kanalıma still with his ultimate as well. The spike that is waiting for NAVI right up the spawn. And little by little, Reezy has been using that same recon to gather the information onto B lobby. Angel manages to get that spacing, but they're not sound very sure of what to do here. No, Cora shouldering the angle, going to be forced away from this one. Xiao showing a little bit of intent, but I don't think NAVI are quite chomping at this yet. kanalıma can do whatever, like the alarm board is still on mid. They can leave that perfectly open. And it being that little bit deeper, almost to that committed space, means that they have to go so much further to clear this. It shows that level of commitment behind it, just being that bit deeper, and it even tees up a potential catch on the cross, right? You're looking at Reezy here, you're looking towards, you know, what he can see on this. Again, Boathouse is clear, so they can start filtering through. So now they have to respect this. Now the alarm boss no issue, they have to slip back towards site. TP taking, there's 3 on the site now. And the slower the roll, this is lovely. Stalling them out with that utility coming into play. Angel needs to find a reply, and he does well. It's Zipan to find the response here. And you're right, ultimate getting ready now. And the clear from Zipan is outstanding. Aren't going to come through. And that's 3 on the retake. This is difficult. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult. I like how they're working with the waves and how to use the different utility. Of course, they cannot use anything just for now to get into this retake. And of course, if the position that Sugetsu has had in the past, Power needs to check every single angle before going onto site. Yeah, so paranoid, but this time around they are all ready and waiting. They're going to need a player to bail them out. Brave still got that paranoia, and that's going to be sent now. It's go time. kanalıma got to step in before he's going to find one, but NAVI with a quick response. Zipan. Stunning round from him, and NAVI at least tilting the scales slightly in their favor at the end of this first half. Yeah, exactly. I was mentioning, and I think that it was very important during that first half, the way that Reezy was using his utility and understanding when he's not going to have it and when he's going to use it, so you can find those gaps and actually make your execution even easier. I like the fact that the mid-round, to me, this last few rounds were very, very much better for NAVI. Still, a 5-7 after not even converting, like getting the bonus, I think it's very, very good for the side of BBL. Yeah, they should be happy enough with this. It gives them playroom here, right? It's not a lockout. They've got a good opportunity moving forward, but I'm worried about those pistol stats again. So he gets 16 and 6. He's going nuts. He's having a game. Another day at the office for him. To be fair, Sugetsu and Xiao have been monstrous already throughout this regular season. You don't need to convince me about Xiao. I know. You're a fan and a half, but going back into this one, BBL need to get this pistol. I feel that'd be a great way to close that scoreline. And right off the bat, we see already NAVI trying to get that control over mid, and they're going to do with 4 players, but look at where Xiao is waiting for BBL. Yeah. Having a look here, Xiao played in by his own paranoia. I don't think he can get out of here. No TP to be taken, so you can see Artist trying to maybe show a little presence. They know kanalıma is still to the right, but I don't know if they can save their boy. Man down here potentially for Xiao, but BBL can't quite close the gap, and Angel's found one. Yeah, NAVI making this hurt. It's just going to be Elite left alive. So much work for him to do.
Tek başına Xiao neler yaptı orada ya.
Yeah, it is a sheriff. I just don't know if NAVI are going to be sloppy enough to let this drop. Oh, this is isolated, and I don't love that. Don't love that. Didn't like that. Don't start with me. Fair. 40 seconds in the clock. I'm just saying. See, now they're doubling up. Now they're like, ooh, that was a great plan. Turret is back. He's just going to run, and still considering going on to short. I mean, if he isolates the duels, he can perfectly do it. Oh god, the timing. Did he get to see the barrel? I don't think so. Is he going to pre-fire? This is ridiculous. This is so tense. Elite has no idea. Hello. Oh, what's going on? Okay, it's fine.
Abi böyle bir şey olamaz ya.
Yarım saniye erken gelse Cypher'ı vuracak, sonra da gidecek B'ye ele alacak ya. Yarım saniye ya.
Yeah, exactly. 2 out of 2. That's a new one for NAVI. So definitely this map is looking good for them. Of course, the buy is going to be this kind of mix that they like. Very well played. I loved how high-paced, high movement kind of pistol they gave us, right? That having the initiative to do that onto mid, and also having what it takes to rotate fast and help Xiao in his mission. Okay, now we keep moving forward. It's a lot of info, right? Because if they're not in mid and they're not in A, they're definitely process of elimination in effect. For now, though, my eyes go towards kanalıma here. With the sheriff, and maybe a chance to do a bit of damage. Again, there is some prized possessions to be trying to take out of the NAVI hands. That Bulldog, that Vandal, any of this would be very nice. Not ready. Angel getting himself prepared. On the other side, just going to take that away. Yep.
Trying to maybe do some damage and definitely securing that orb. And they're just gonna, you know, walk all together. But Elite, that has already had this position covered onto B. NAVI, Angel keeping an eye on what's happening on mid, but they're not going to spot anything. Beautiful trip here from Suigetsu. Respect nothing less from him, actually.
So just gonna be taking the Taunt Crone. Grab those orbs, get themselves ready for will be their first buy round, of course, and the bonus for NAVI, which is deadly. And again, there's always that chance they could fold towards the site.
Hear me out.
Zipan does have that bulldog there, though. Must be the stall. 35 seconds. Yeah, he's going to catch him on the way.
That's a spike, by the way.
Yep, that's committed. Now it gets a little bit trickier. Angel, okay, Angel. Okay. Yeah, there we are. NAVI, well handled. Angel happy with that. He'll go down there. That's no problem for him.
Yep. Pretty easy for them to convert into the second one. We were talking about the bonus and how the success rate for NAVI is beautiful. On the other side for BBL, not so much. But definitely they needed to get back into this game and not give NAVI those double digits to work with. So the trip that wasn't even broken. But again, just trying to jump in with the spike first is it's kind of complicated, right? But he's around the BBL, wants to forget. I would have liked to see Kushner more on the operator on the defense, but definitely we need to see more of him, especially if we think of Sunset as the next map.
No, you're on the money. Talking about this entire series, there is going to be a lot on his shoulders. As it stands, though, BBL going to be setting the tone here. Their turn on the attack and a quick smoke towards middle. Information found. Probably two spotted there. The drift towards A, but again, no real commitment from BBL yet.
Yeah. Zipan not even going to use his knife to gather that information. Of course, you do not have the Killjoy to put the alarm onto mid, but look at all the control this Suigetsu has over his side. He's chilling right now as BBL is taking all these positions onto mid. Slowly but surely, also Angel taking the position in Wine. They're comfortable with the space that they have, right? It's only artists that might be picking here and there, and maybe Zipan.
Now, obviously, this does open up that avenue towards middle. It's going to be on Zipan's shoulders to either dissuade that or keep it checked. That's very telling, though. So again, depending a lot on the two on the site here.
But here's the thing, from Zipan's position, he just needs to wait for one of those trips to be activated.
Cypher burada o biraz
See how well he handles this. Let's see the test on this one. Smoke towards CT.
Bu trap ne abi?
Does he get much done from here?
They didn't break it.
They didn't.
Oh, 30 seconds.
And does he get punished? Not yet. So they actually have an approach here. This then opens up another chance, though. This is Suigetsu with potentially 5 coming his way, but by all of what he knows, he can only get 1. Kushner's gone down, but Elite's got the trade, and now there's pressure. Zipan does well, but it's a good crossfire. Elite gonna catch a push, but breaks on through, but now timing is a problem, because look at where the spike is.
Complicated more than that. There's no time for him to get this round. Shao is just going to walk away. Angel wants the kill nonetheless. Another bonus, 2 out of 2 for NAVI. You know, Lauren, I was scared bringing it. That's that. Being like, I'm going to say it, but I know that it's going to be cursed and it's not going to happen. But apparently we see the smile on Angel's face. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly how he's doing it. And even though Suigetsu was in that position, I think it's crazy that he manages to get one. And NAVI also has a very good understanding of what their plan is. They do not want the spike to get down. They need to stop them where the initial setup for Cypher was, right? To not allow them to get onto the side and put them in that postman situation. Second timeout now for BBL. This is the last one that they have. And as we're saying, NAVI 3 rounds away from closing their map pick. For BBL, things are going to be complicated, as of course they're not going to have much to put into this round.
No, you're right, and it's kind of back to the wall Valorant, right? This is when it gets a little dicey, because you lose out on all that freedom of having a couple rounds to play with. You lose the pistol, you lose the bonus, you lose the first buy round here, essentially. I mean, there's a lot that comes in now against BBL. So don't mind the timeout here. I mean, you might be playing from 11 at this point. I'm kind of curious to see what they can go for in a form of a purchase. They don't, I mean, to be fair, the only caveat to this is Kushner's ult. But it's 2 away, I think. Still not even a given coming into this round, so I don't know what they can quite bank on here, and I don't know how much information they feel like they've gathered.
Yeah, but hear me out. He gets 1 orb, he gets 1 kill with the hero Vandal, drops the Vandal, gets his ult. Last time that they asked for a timeout, even though it was an eco round, they got the round. So
you're a believer.
I am.
I've never known you so positive.
I am very positive.
Hey,
I'm not. I'm a bit unstable. It's okay.
You know,
okay,
anyway,
let's see. Right, can we get Kushner POV, please, observers? Thank you for that. See, they're already on it. That's why we love Zilv. He's ready and waiting. What can this man do this round?
Man, I love Sylv.
Who doesn't? You know what I mean? What a little champ. Yeah. Thank God it's not Prius. That's all I'm saying.
Knife also used from Power, gathering no information onto mid. No one standing there, and also Reezy using that recon.
This is the first time Zipan, the first potential target. He wants it, he gets it. Beautiful from Kushner. Takes a little bit of damage, that's fine though. But does he get any more? Building towards the site now, he's created a path. Paranoia gets posted, so he has to sit back for a second. It's Xiao behind Power in the meantime. But he's still alive and he's still here. Does he still keep going? He absolutely tries to. Brave finding Xiao. Escape back on, and maybe another opportunity. Just has to try and get away, and they're going to get the plant to boot. This is big. But Ardis now, right in the heels. They are cornered, and there's no backing away from the site here. Let's try and get in a little bit of a glimpse, and he does just before the dash goes down. But look at this information. Ardis does so well here, but Reezy and Brave still on the case in a 1v1. Sugetsu has been monstrous in this game so far, but no bullets to play with, and no time. Brave, the timing was perfect for him. A 50 round, and BBL needed a hero, and Kushner put on his cape.
Tell me, Lauren. Tell me, say it. Just say it. Just say it, Lauren.
I don't want to hear. You were right.
Yeah, exactly. No, but hear me out. Especially on this A side, if we think about how BBL was defending this side, this is so different, and Brave knows his way around this side so well that there is no position where Xiao is going to be that he's not going to predict, that he's not going to clear, and he's also had the balls to just go and clear with his stinger, creating all that segue onto what they wanted to do. Also, the information that they gathered that there's at least always one player playing onto tree and how to shut him down.
What a lifeline for BBL here. Back on the buy, still with the ult for Kushner now. Didn't even burn that in the previous round. So I want to see what he does now. Straight on in. Looking once again for Xiao. This time Xiao does stand his ground. Looks for a bomb. Gets it. Xiao with 2 big kills, but still the site looking like it's the hands of BBL. And Zipan outdone here. A shot in the dark for Angel. Oh my God, come on. 7 more bullets and suddenly Elite is sweating. He doesn't fancy it anymore. He knows Ardis. The spike is not where he wants it. We have. This is rotten for Elite though. So many angles to clear, so many unfavorable positions to play from. The spam, not gonna happen. Ardis there, and NAVI correcting the ship. Back on track, it's 11 now.
I'm still surprised that Xiao is able to walk around Jenny, right, and get 2 kills so safely. Yeah, Zipan doesn't get one, but Angel is onto something. Even last round, we saw him using the recon and giving the position on every single player from BBL. And I think that right now, also, the shots that he is hitting are amazing. I was kind of sad that we didn't get to see Ardis use the frenzy, but you know, maybe for another time.
Maybe.
Oh no, Lauren. No. No.
Okay.
Lauren.
It's
no.
Oyun bozulur abi.
I have it in my contract. I need one.
They warned me about this.
Look, I don't know what Sue's been saying to you, but it's all lies. So how's your day going? You enjoy
my day's good. Is there any water here? Actually, no. I'm a bit thirsty.
No.
Oh, that's you guys don't drink? Are you here?
Not water, at least.
Oh, okay. Is there any of the other thing? Maybe some Red Bull?
It depends how many timeouts we get, you know? That really depends. The audience, God bless them, they're trying. They're cheering for the tech pause to stop. It's not going to work. I will find out what's happening from the production once we get a grip on it. I'm going to turn around and see if we can spot it.
Maybe we can see it?
Oh no.
Yeah, apparently BBL is having some audio issues.
That's not
They're not understanding how they're not hearing Angel's footsteps.
Yani düşmeyelim. Neden düşmeyelim? Çünkü bu map olmasa bile önümüzde daha mapler var. En başta Sunset var. Bundan sonraki map. Sunset'i kazanırsak son map'te split aslında map bazında bence avantajlıyız yani.
Split'imiz evet.
O yüzden düşmenize hiç lüzum yok yani. Daha bir de bu map'te bitmiş değil, 11-6 her şey olabilir.
But now we look at the buy coming in. Kushner gonna have to invest that ult here, so that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, Brave doesn't think twice. He's gonna use his ultimate and get himself onto B side.
Ardis. In a little bit of a predicament. And how much value does one man get? Well, a good start, but a better trade. And Brave's position pays dividends. The site looking vulnerable and has a big potential here, but the punish comes in. The spray from Angel is good. 6 bullets still to play with. The spike still not in hand. Can Reezy maybe find a little respite on the cross? No, he can't. NAVI again. Handling all of those problems. Yeah, a little bit of threat found, but not enough dissuade NAVI from taking 12.
I was scared, you were scared, even for a bit. Another eco round for BBL that looked actually to have an amazing plan behind it. Brave using his ultimate. We see also the rest of the support coming from Artist, coming for everything. That was on the side for Navi, but they actually take their time. They know when to use the picks. Spray King here with Angel.
You're such an
and
angel.
now,
crazy.
Angel, you saved my life.
Oh.
There you go.
Easy? Yeah, you know.
Angel, you saved my life.
6 rounds and now BBL would need in a row to even take this to overtime. Things are not looking good for them.
How many chances do NAVI have, obviously? 6. I've been watching Sliggy, I've been trying my best, but for now, we've got the ult coming out, and NAVI put under scrutiny themselves. This has been a good moment for them to try and get that site control, but NAVI are right here as well. Elite's got the lockdown. So a couple of tools to play with potentially. There it is, going to be invested.
No doubt here after Angel used his ultimate on the last round. Power is going to find Zipan, but Angel, what is onto him today?
Look, Angel is fragging out. All right, he's tired. He's tired of the narrative.
Oh, again? Is this like a thing?
I don't know if
is it always Artist?
Maybe there's a plan. Maybe there is a plan in mind, but Angel, I don't know if he's top fragging right now, but he's near towards the top. I mean, Sugetsu is having an absolute tear on that first half, and away we go. BBL have to stand and fight, and right now they're losing. It's down to just a lead, but maybe, is he enough? He is! The catch on Shao on the drop, and BBL get a lifeline, but man, this is going to be a tight game to close out.
Yeah, exactly. 5 more rounds that they need, but we like what we see on this one, right? A try and change in the pace. Navi were trying to stop that plan from even happening. BBL doesn't even make that an option. They get the plant down. They also instantly use that lockdown to secure that they're going to have a little bit of room to move onto the side, to get on the positions that they want, and also the more beautiful Elite getting those 2 last kills to secure the round. He didn't do bad.
Hard to ride.
Yeah, 5. That's a good 5.
It's hard. It's squiggly. A couple of adjustments here. Angel, not happy about that. Again, don't love that, but I do like this.
On the operator.
Yeah, now that I can get behind. Let's see though. Zipan again, tucked towards Wine here, and they've had trouble prying players out of this position, rolling your mind back to that pistol round. But for now,
abi uyanığım, sıkıntı yok. Vallahi bak. Ya map bazında harbiden güveniyorum yani. Sıkıntı yok.
So, as it stands, no progress towards Cat, so they can't quite catch or punish the crossback towards site for Zipan, so safety should be there.
Olmasa bile alabildiğiniz kadar el alalım.
I don't know, there's something about Artist on this map that always gets me excited. I can't help it. After that DRX game back in the day.
I remember.
But here we go. Another battle about to begin. Artist standing his ground here, but there's no commitment behind this yet. A pause for thought and a check. Swatty on the line, but the shot does land for Artist. Time to back away, try and peel away from this. Smoke towards main, gonna try and dissuade any sort of pressure coming through that avenue. That's gonna be Brave's attempt, and this could be a fantastic paranoia. It is. Isolating a couple of the Brave, not with one, but with 2. Shao's gonna fall in the sights once again. Theirs. This is huge from BBL.
They have to save, right? They're too far away. Angel is with 150 credits. He also purchased that Odin. They're not going to be able to retrieve that operator. And I was just thinking at the beginning of the round, right? Like 2 players playing on B, then Angel onto mid, but he gets shut down. But just that one smoke, he takes a little bit to rotate onto tree. But there is no valuable information that Navi is getting here, but besides spotting Brave at the beginning of the round. No value there, and also Zipan using a little bit, you know, like a side that, a part of the map that you have had no information and no control about on mid, and you just swing. Yeah, like Artist gets a kill afterwards, and the trade is there. But what are you actually accomplishing with that?
Eko'ya düşeceklerdi ama işte save'ledikleri için
I think the want to close out the series was probably just like, let's, I'll just swing it. It's fine.
Can I try it now?
Wait, you know, you might have to wait a second though, because they normally cut to a replay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I'm, you know.
Yeah, but you can see it here for BBL. They're having an easy time because. Really, Navi did not know exactly what they wanted to achieve with this round. I mean, I can understand that the plan was there. Now?
Yeah. How many chances do they have? Oh, that's very nice. Well done. Lovely. Very good work. Now, the buy's actually getting quite robust here as well for BBL. They were able to walk away with 4 still standing in that round, keep in mind. So they've been able to get a nice purchase behind, no ults to depend on. But on the other side, Navi's economy looking a little shaky, looking a little down in the dumps. But we'll wait and see. Angel could have a test here.
He's thinking about it. He wants to do it. He's not going to spot anyone, though. They know. They're not new.
Oh,
Bak yine vurdu bir de
just a
mıç
little
ya.
bit of chip damage, but it might be enough to, I guess, kind of deny the want to go towards B. It is rather off-putting to try and process towards that. And look at the adjustment on the setup here as well on that A site.
So he gets to the sides that, you know, his presence is more than needed on the A side and moves all of his setup there. And also reinforce it with a couple more players. Now, as we were seeing, Angel has rotated up to the other side of the map and has changed that Odin onto tree. BBL, 4 players now looking to get into A.
Oh, this is so much to get to, though. But he has been on it. I mean, he hasn't had much to do on this half, to be fair. But you can see how much pressure he's under instantly, right? He can't do much about this. The cross was a little dangerous, but they're basically on the side. Just waiting to see that spike make it through, which he should do now. Yep, absolutely. So what's that retake gonna look like?
I'm not sold on that recon, you know? Like, even if you were to get the information, you already have barely any bullets to get anything out of it. Reese is going to put the bullet onto Angel. And now in a 4v5 situation, NAVI is going to be complicated to win this one, folks.
Yeah, this isn't fun. They're going to need someone to hit some worldy shots. And again, look at that late lurk from
Elit geliyor oradan.
Timing's going to be great for him. I mean, NAVI might consider it, but...
Yeah, but they're not going to wait for it.
Yeah, they're not. They don't have time. Zipan does find Brave, and now the quick dash. Oh, dear. Zip... What? NAVI just clearing. What has just happened? Zipan turns up like the Terminator. Just eviscerating BBL. Suddenly... And now how do you feel? Because we've got 2 very different compositions here.
Haydi bakalım.
So, 2 things, right? It's starting with Kushner here. Obviously, him being on the race, we not only see him to... We not only need to see him on this agent, we need to see the performance that he had against Team Heretics. 10-2 in those first duels. Setting him up is #1 duty for BBL, especially here on the defense. We already see him rotate and trying to create the pressure wherever is needed. But Zipan has the same plan in mind, at least to create some distraction on B side.
Distraction is the main word. Look at where the spike is. So they're trying to cause disruption. They're trying to cause maybe information to flow incorrectly. There was pressure on B. They had to respond to it. They've drawn over the 3rd player. They've even put Reezy towards middle as well, so it's left 1. That's going to be Brave, but Brave was monstrous on map 1. He's going to need a bit more of that Reezy. Oh, there's a firing squad around that corner. There's nothing you could have done about that, really. As already NAVI starting to just pour into the site here. They haven't checked on Brave, though, and you don't leave Brave unchecked. They were so happy. They thought they'd solved an absolute story tale, fairy tale. Brave is still in the corner. I don't know how. Oh, he's still going. He just found Angel. Zipan's probably furious about it. Just Brave. That's what it takes, though, to truly clutch this out. 20 HP against, well, very little on the other side as well. 40.
Geçti. Çok iyi. Git dön City.
18 seconds.
Evet oğlum. Evet. 10 saniyesi var, evet.
There's no right answer here.
Zipan, what are you going to do about it? The timing on this Brave going around the world, it's perfect. And he's taking a risk.
Geldi.
Brave has played this to perfection. Brave, outstanding round for BBL.
What an amazing round to start with. I was mentioning against Team Heretics that
Kushner
was so important, but especially Brave, given the map that we had on Ascent, and also starting like this, feeling so comfortable in his own skin, and most importantly, his own position. Like, all of the conditioning created from NAVI goes out of the window because they don't clear that one corner. And each time, different player from BBL will come in through A-Link, just time after time. And Brave, amazing. Like, the fact that he gives him, he puts the smoke, he's like, you want to walk around, just do whatever. I'm out. You know?
Hadi oğlum.
Harbi ne dediysek yaptı ya eleman.
They got the win against Team Heretics, even though they lost both pistols and also the bonuses. It's just not good starts of the house for BBL.
Yeah, I'm just a little nervous for NAVI because that's not a pleasant way now to come back into this, because you're going to be a little annoyed. That should be checked. That's part of the protocol list, and when that slips aside, things can get annoying. But let's see.
Sakin.
See if they can correct this, because I like the fake they tried to sell, right? They've kind of done something similar here, so I'm wondering if they're going to offset and commit, which they're going to do. There's a committed swing as well from Pora, so going to find Zipan very comfortably. No real threat to that, and the follow-up is coming in from the same direction.
Yeah, Artis is going to retrieve that sheriff. He's the one that has the spike.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard to get close by, and they're still being very aware of middle as well. Keep in mind, Pora's eyes aren't turning away from mid. He is still checking on this.
I still really like how BBL is playing the defense right off the bat. Even they didn't buy fully the fake, and they weren't also doing it on Ascent. They're very slow with their rotations. They want to make sure that what they're reading, what they're interpreting is correct before they make a decision. And that's a good decision.
It's all ticks in the box here. BBL would be happy with this round. NAVI unable to really get under their skin. Maybe a plant would be ideal. I don't know if they're going to get that. Kushner might deny. They do get the plant, but they also find Sugetsu at the same time. So very clean work from BBL.
Andalusia flawless, right there. I've been waiting the entire year to say those two words. But yeah, definitely beautiful for them. They're just going to be making sure that they have all the weapons that they want. And who's going to be taking this last one? It's going to be Brave, of course, for this bonus round, having that extra information and maybe looking for a cheeky play. A very, very fast rotation for your Omen.
3 bulldog, bir phantom, bir spectre. Çok iyi. Bonus için çok iyi.
Finally brought in the person who speaks Spanish to say the Andalusia flawless.
I'm actually from Andalusia.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Maşallah, maşallah, maşallah.
What the hell? How did I not know that? Okay, that's...
Evet, orb diyelim, orb. Aynen öyle, orb.
It's bigger than you think.
Hem de Rize'ye gitti. Rize'de kaç var? 2 orb.
Sorry.
Relax.
Olur.
Sorry, I stopped now.
4 orb kuti de var. Oha, Brave'in ultisi gelmiş tabii o kadar kill'den sonra. Neon'un ultisi geliyor yalnız 2 kilo, o biraz dert.
No one is challenging. It's going to be NAVI now taking their first couple of steps.
Ay,
Now we look at what BBL are coming in with. It's a pretty decent bonus. Lots of bulldogs out to play Brave with the rifle, but Zipan's got space. So BBL looking like they're going to opt to sit for that retake completely here.
Yeah, Angel's going to go for that plant, and BBL looks like they're going to be allowing it. They want to make sure that at least on that closer quarter, there's not going to be players for NAVI. Zipan is going to be spotted. The rest of NAVI is going to abandon that site and just play for that post plant. Also, Sugetsu having that turret, making sure that nobody's pushing from behind.
And it looked like BBL wanted to commit a lot of that utility to the close portion the Paranoia gets sent to, but now NAVI aren't dissuaded. They aren't going to be pushed off these angles. Zipan able to run rampant, right? He's still being such a nuisance on this. How do they clear him and then deal with the back line? The paint shell will do the job, but then the back line becomes a problem. Just one smoke for Brave isn't going to be enough to deal with the 3 on the other side.
Yeah, he did use his ultimate this round. We were talking about that fast rotation, but they're not going to find anything on the other hand. Yes, they get 2 kills, but this is going to be the first round in Sunset for NAVI. A very good plan. I mean, there was a difference between the fake in the first round and this one, and there was a lot of guns shooting in this one, right? So of course it wasn't a fake.
Ya B'de biraz şey, evet, dert oluyor.
Were coming in very, very quickly, but still it wasn't enough. I love to see that Zipan is being so successful and so confident. My man went 1-7 last map. You know, we were talking about maybe he was just painting for distraction, trying to get the first one being a little bit too cheeky. As long as that doesn't translate into dying first all the time here, I think that we should be fine.
Yeah, and ult here for Zipan as well. I'm kind of curious to see if when that gets, triggered, when that gets invested, we already see a 3-play stack. So this early information will be here. I want to see if they kind of wait out the Dizzy.
So easy, so classy. So dizzy. No?
Okay,
not your best work. Yeah, you know.
Güzel, gayet iyi,
gayet iyi. We'll workshop it. But now a little bit of an exchange of information. So both sides kind of noting, the additional body towards A, so that's going to be pulled across. And NAVI still want to threaten on this. That ult or prize possession. Look how close Kushner would be to that ult. Again, that is something they want here.
Yeah, exactly. Kushner is actually going to be getting that orb, and of course the showstopper is going to be available for the retake or to even prevent that spike from going down. Walking onto tiles, getting a little bit of movement. The desk was talking about how slow NAVI can get in some of these executions, and Chao with Paranoia in hand might have an idea what they want to do now.
Yeah. Brave's been spotted. The Paranoia, they're not going to be effective. They still going to have a fight here. I'm a bit worried about who's waiting, though. He's going to be Kushner. I wonder if Brave tries to play him in with just like a shoulder or something. Smoke's there. Brave trying to play in Kushner on this. Decides not to go for the ult just yet. It's Zipan, and there's the ult, though. Enough pressure came his way, and they're going to scatter off the back. First person to try and step up is Ardis, and well, he just gets left in tatters. And it's looking really without any sort of pace or threat. Zipan not finding the place he wanted. That's better, though. Taking down Brave in the follow-up, but the timing is going to be everything. 10 seconds down, they need that plant down, and nothing needs to stop this. Reezy, that's so difficult to deal with. And Zipan carrying through. And now, Elite, well, the options become impossible. It's time to back away here. NAVI, I mean, we talk about NAVI round. It's a meme about it at this point, but that was very late in the day.
Yeah, it was very late. I think that also we have to give credit where it's due. I think that the movement from Zip, and while everything was unraveling, also on Elbow, just putting the pressure double at the time, I think helped them a lot into getting that pressure onto the side. Beautiful to get the plan, even though the timing is not the best. You know how in 10 seconds might be a little bit complicated, but overall, pretty good round. You know, just to be cheeky, maybe Shao actually go in for the trade after the showstopper gets artists, but for the rest, it's a very, very good round for Navi. On the other hand, BBL, I would have liked a little bit more initiative on the side of Kushner, especially when you start hearing a neon running, and you start hearing the drone, this month, like everything's coming your way, you need to be a little bit more proactive into this, if you are in a zone and you're being eaten by all the utility, like you have a smoke here, now you have the arrow, if you have a weapon or something that you can use to regain that control, to say, hey, I was here first, you have to be more confident onto that.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's going to be something we look at further in this. Again, yes, Kushner did look exceptionally good in that Heretic series and the Koi series. He was like really on it, but is this a committed push? It is. There's more to this time, and look at it. Oh, Angel was so ready. I don't think the flash even caught. I think he was just a little bit deeper around the corner, but again, and that's devastating because you think they're trying to get Kushner on the board. They're trying to activate him. They're trying to play him in. And with Angel doing that to him, that's going to make a real knock on the confidence there.
Yeah, exactly. And the rotations from BBL are almost instant. All of the 4 players remaining from the team just towards that B side. On the other hand, Navi, they find that elbow, and little by little, they're going to be finding out that this is quite an empty side for them. Of course, with at least 1 minute left.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time. Suigetsu also making sure that everything, that no other side of the map is being pushed. They have everything, and the plants should be an easy thing. Also, if Angel gets the plant, he will be able to have his ultimate. Art is also 2 away. There is no bad answer here. There's no wrong answer.
No, they'll be very comfortable, and for BBL, there's not much else to really say. Again, Elite and Brave, those rifles are high priority items, and now they know what's going on, but again, they've lost eyes on the site. Now, Navi haven't explored too deeply. I do like what Shao is doing. They're just trying to shoulder a little information. Gonna hear the steps now, gonna note them coming closer. Benji Fishy from that little corner made mountains out of molehills, but for now, they're gonna sit a little bit deeper on this themselves. Artist gonna be forced away. And that paranoia just primed in the hands of Shao. For anyone who steps a bit closer, no one catches that contact. There it is. The swing, it's lovely. Beautiful. Divide and conquer. BBL not able to shut down any of these players here. Navi just dicing them up into manageable pieces. BBL unable to create that sort of mayhem they'd want there and be able to capture any of those players. So this is going to be given up to the Spike here, if Poro has his way at least, and I think he will.
Yeah, Zipan is not even going to go for that. Pora just wants to go up to the Spike, as you're saying. I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see a timeout now coming after this. Besides BBL getting that pistol round and the one after it, they haven't found much else. And even though we see that the intention is definitely there, they're still not able to change how the map is going. Beautiful to see that combo that we were, the paranoia and the stun coming in from Neon. It's so beautiful to just clean link and just have a very, very easy round for themselves. 3 in a row now for Navi. The full buy that comes back to the hands of BBL. Artist now with his ultimate on the defense. He's going to be a menace.
Yeah, it's a real tricky situation to deal with. So I worry for the likes of Elite or anyone else who tries to slow him down, right? Navi can gear shift, pace change, and there it is. It's going to be Pora with his rifle in hand. Oh, it's stunning from Pora, back-to-back damage. Zipan and Artist brought to his knees as Elite can add into the mix. Suigetsu going to find 2, hold on.
He can get him up.
Yeah, an Angel's got so much space.
Kaldıracak adam ya.
He slipped the net. Now, if Navi want to pause, right? Although that's so
Aferin
good
Elit, aferin oğlum, aferin Efe.
Turn and check Suigetsu with a mountain to climb. His position, very much noted. The dinner bell's starting to ring. What can he do in this one? No one's going to give him anything. Desperate to catch someone, but Brave's position, tricky, to say the least. He's got 50 seconds. Yeah.
Has a lot of time, but as you're saying, with great position, I mean, he's rotating now, but the timing could still be favorable for him if he turns around at the right time.
Ya yediğimiz timing'e bak.
There we go. Goodbye.
Kafayı yersin ya.
Still, he's going to walk on to be
Kafayı
the full
yersin
setup
şu an.
from Elite is waiting.
Well, that knife kind of makes him feel that maybe they're still more worried about middle, right? They're worried about the rest of the map. They're worried about A.
30 seconds
He's almost calling their bluff. He knew the 2 players were here. He's going into the harder site.
Güzel, site'da adam yok Allah'tan da.
Gets a kill. Ultimate.
Oh, damn.
Lol.
Oh dear.
That was beautiful.
Oğlum nasıl takıldı o?
Yeah, I
Yanında
mean,
değil
the
miydi
setup
zaten?
coming out from Elite, he was comfortable enough in it, feeling it was going to work, so there was no room there in the end. I was kind of hoping there'd be maybe a little bit of a better attempt, but it is what it is.
Colin hoş geldin. Elinize sağlık bu arada, tebrik ederim.
Knowing that Angel has the drone and you also have artist with the knife, like I think that shutting down Elite could be an easy way to get onto the sides.
Aynı anda
Maybe
çıkmamışlar
you know, using your
yani o
utility to
smoke'tan da. Sağlı
spot those
sollu aynı
streaks or
anda
even to
çıksak
break
daha iyi
them
olurdu sanki.
could be a very nice adjustment. But you know, it's just one round for the side of BBL.
And look how much faith they're putting in Elite here. This is massive, and it's a correct read from BBL. They put 4 players towards this A site, and once again, this time no body on the back of it though. They're not going to put a player to this. They're not going to put Kushner running down, but he's close enough by for a fight. It's Brave there too. So this is big. This is a big adjustment early round. They're looking for a scrap. They're looking to get those ults building as well. It's going to be Reezy very close by to his now as well. He's only 1 off, so there we go. Pressure top middle. How does BBL respond to this?
Güzel olur falan.
Slowly but surely this is going to be used, but he's not going to spot anything.
Eyvah.
Now in the right place. Shao could catch him. I don't know if Reezy caught.
Oh
dear, quick move from Kushner to get out of danger, and you can see the pinch. It's
Oh,
right towards Link, and it's perfect from Angel. Kushner's gone down. They know that Reezy was nearby. Long range strike for Elite. He's up to the task. Gonna find Sugetsu to boot, and now it's all down towards the likes of Brave and Reezy. He's still so close by, still has so much information now flowing their way. Zipan takes away Brave, and now there's problems. Reezy, got to be careful about this one. Yeah, he's got Elite by his side, but look at Zipan, so close by, so willing. Nothing set of emotion though. It's poor to find answer. Now he's just left in BBL. Sweep back through.
Elite again being so important for the round, and round by round is how BBL managed to take this to that decider onto split. Of course, remember that for BBL, things are not as simple as they are for NAVI. They still need to fight a lot if they want to make it onto the playoffs. And of course, the map differential, I feel like it's going to be very important next week. Getting that loss on the first one is not going to be a good one, but of course, getting a win has to be pivotal for them. Efe. Zipan having the balls to go in that deep and support the rest of the team. At the same time, I love the same kind of patience that gave BBL those rounds on Ascent. They're just being waiting, they're just being passive. They want the space, let them take it, you know? And the defense, just keep your ground and don't move.
Yeah, and it has caused a timeout for NAVI. Yeah, exactly. Look, they got to. So timeout for NAVI. They do have a purchase here, and they have 1 ult to play with, so that could be what they're discussing, how they want to approach this, or what they've just noted so far. Yeah, I am looking to see if they want to try and address Elite. He has been a problem. They do have the tools to deal with him as well, so I'm curious. Because again, they just walked into 4 players on A, basically. Now, I don't know how much information they were able to really
Reezy'de biraz düşüklük gördüm, bir stres gördüm. Kendine özgüven eksikliği gördüm. Onu da kırarsak Kaan'da müthiş olacak ya.
Make them not be able to hit those early stacks. I'm waiting to see.
Hadi oğlum. Hadi oğlum.
The response in my mind as well is, does Elite just start sitting super deep towards CT, make it very hard for that knife to be even a problem, or any of the ults on the other side. But as it stands, BBL have set a tempo and a tone to this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking about Artist and the way that he's using his 0 point, the knife to gather that information, because even though you want to shut down any aggression coming in from A, if you're ready and prepared like Angel was and you lay in that position, it's kind of a little bit of like a waste. I would like that to be used a little bit more as bait, you know, to gather information on another side of the map. Also maybe him and Angel playing too much together, not exploring everything that you can get out in the map. And obviously addressing a little bit more of this middle part in the map.
Yeah, NAVI being forced off this early challenge, they've been somewhat humbled there, accepting that they can't really be fighting for that orb as they lean back through. A slow look towards that B side, but again, much as I had those question marks, you can already see how deep Elite is playing. It's going to make it very hard for them to affect much of this utility here. It looks like NAVI just taking the tour. First bit of contact really is off the turret, if anything. So a couple of question marks in middle, but beyond that, it's a late play back towards the A side.
Yeah, Power is just going to close the door and back up with the rest of his teammates. Brave is going to use that paranoia. He's going to clear the
Güzel.
bot and just
Durdular.
wait. Yeah. Patience is the name of the game.
45 seconds. They're just cycling through the utility. Now, Brave does get caught by that, but they can't quite close the gap because Kushner, he's here to slow the roll. He's trying to keep them tempered. He's going to try and keep them further away. You can see the BBL responding perfectly. They're just moving back step by step, but they do need to take a stand here. Brave could be in a bit of a problem. Yeah, TP to get out. Going to get caught by that a little bit.
İşler yapıyor.
He's sticking around. He's playing with them. playing with his dinner.
Oynadın oğlum. Oynadın
Brave's
oğlum.
position's good here. That's one
Aferin
for
sana
sure.
Eren.
Yeah, that's going to be Angel going down. The ult does get used, and they're going to know where they're coming from. It's over towards Link. On the side, though, they've fallen foul to this before. It was Brave last time. Now it's Kushner. And 13 seconds.
10 saniye.
What they want here. NAVI struggling to make their way through. Yes, Xiao wins, but please check the box. Not again.
Nice.
Not again. How are they letting this slip through their fingertips?
This is what happens when you enter into the site. You have burned so much utility and you have no time. BBL, they do it again. Just by playing passive, just by giving them the space, just by playing on those positions that feel comfortable in. We were talking about Elite and Brave and the way that they're
çok güzel yapıyor. Bak bu işleri çok güzel yapıyor.
Sides, A and B, there is no safe house that NAVI can go to, and also the rotation of all the three players around the map are making things so much difficult for NAVI to find the success that they were finding in the early rounds. So Getsu has been having that ult for like the longest time, hasn't he?
Yep. Would have liked to see them invest that a little earlier, if I'm honest.
Oğlum Ammo'nun
As it
flash'ı
stands, now this problem solving for NAVI is really coming up with an answer. It feels like they've really been struggling to land a couple of these punches. And what's the adjustment now? Again, A is just off the docket for early round, it looks like. That's just not working out for them. So maybe finally a bit of a
biraz daha B'ye
deeper
yönelmeye
fact finder
başladılar.
towards that B site.
A'dan umduklarını
And just gonna get
bulamadıkları
the
için.
orb. Still has most of his utility to play with. The cam is going to be destroyed. Elite that is not going to have that information for now. And also the alarm board that is going to be destroyed by Brave. We saw Suigetsu change in his setup onto the right side of the map. But again, BBL, 40 seconds have gone off, and they still haven't made a clear call. Also, BBL that is not burning any of their utility.
So yeah, they're going to know one player. They don't know about the rest. Now, fortunately for them, Reezy is still over here. So this is, I don't want to say a good fake, but it is at least kind of pulling the players. But again, look how deep these two are sitting. Over towards CT, they are going to be committed to this.
Brave ulti var.
No
Brave de ultiyle gelir.
And to complement that, there's still the players over towards Market. Now, NAVI once again working in a little earlier this time.
Nice.
And yet again, just there's no threat towards the back line. Elite, audacious to find a second. And Kushner on the punish. This is perfect from BBL. NAVI just not finding impact. It looks a little meek in approach, a little mild in what they're trying to do here. And Suigetsu's been spotted. There's nothing more. You can keep that rifle. That's the best you're going to get out of this. There's nothing more to be had. That lockdown once again collecting dust here. NAVI with no answers so far.
Not a single piece of aggression coming from BBL onto mid, and still NAVI are not feeling comfortable anywhere in the map. The way that Brave is taking care of A and how B has been protected by Elite with the picks, exactly knowing how to look, where to look and how the utility is going to come into place from the side of NAVI, where the gaps are going to be and how to help his teammates. Actually surprised that we do not see, you know.
En kötüleri chat. Hepsi kötü. Hepsi kötü. Hepsi en kötü.
How are things not working? Because they're not forcing anything out of BBL.
Nope. BBL are in full comfort at the moment. They've not felt threatened. What is the adjustment? It looks like actually Elite wants to get played in on this. Yeah, flash and a check. Nothing there yet, so maybe NAVI get a little bit of timing on this. Oh dear. Yeah, okay, Elite, careful now. First time they really went for those fact finders, and you can see NAVI desperate to try and get in. There's the denial, the walk-up coming out for Zipan. That nade coming out was just perfectly placed. Pora already going to make it a little more difficult, but finally catching a break here. Kushner goes down, but Pora on the back line is going to find that spike. Corner to be flashed. Doesn't swing it this time, but he knows he's causing problems for them. The rest of BBL are here now. Lockdown going to come in. Artist does find Pora. They're finding success. Ooh, Zipan, that wasn't pretty at the start, but it gets the job done. And now Elite and Brave left a little behind the oh dear, this is why is this dicey? Why does this feel weird? This is not good at all with Zipan landing shots. Now Brave should have been noted. So all eyes on him.
Koru, aynen öyle, aynen öyle.
He should be dealing
much
some
of a
damage.
say, but yeah, why not go for it?
Çok iyi
He's
başlamıştır
6k, I think his team is fully healthy. Zipan and Shao already have their ultimates.
Paramız var, dene dediler bu arada.
Brave'e. Save for the last 2 rounds to get that his ultimate again. So any bit of damage is good here. So he knows.
And again, if you can keep them locked to the site, it'd still be job done, right? You still want to try and take some of these guns away. And yeah, he's going to get one.
Good enough.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll catch a second though. Zipan should be out of there just fine. but still,
Yeah.
you know, small victories there. But it felt like that time again, NAVI just kind of problem solved on the fly, but it wasn't a solution to the bigger issue. They got a fight towards B main. They got, you know, set into motion a little bit better here. And credit to NAVI for finding that, but still, it's not a full adjustment.
Hear me out. They spot someone that is playing out of the position that they have been playing, and they go on to hunt them. The only reason why this ult worked is because Power didn't use his 0 point. If Power uses the 0 point that he didn't use in the entire round, he would have stopped them and everything would have been for nothing. Elite would have been able to use his cage to get out to the side and just play passively, but no, they just stormed onto the side and it looks like they want to do it again.
This time around, the full information is there, and look
Bu ne,
at
renkte
the
çevirdi.
adjustment.
Navi
Look
renkte
at
çevirdi
Brave's
oyunu.
position. Already on the flank, already hit. And if BBL can stall on main, they can just keep a little pressure on them. Brave could be such a problem. They've got full information flowing here. This is the same side take. Elite this time just spamming away. The paranoia is really good though.
Nice,
but it's straight out over towards that market side, on towards the other side of Pillar.
Helal
This is
Elite.
back and forth. This is just a brawl. This is just a battle. Elite's gonna have the information, but they want the fight. NAVI taking bodies this time. Brave is on the way though. Oh, Elite.
Abi,
What this man do? He can't do enough. But they have no idea about Brave. Oh, this is barely breathing. He's got his ult, but he's only got 11 HP. It's not just Brave's positioning outstanding. A Red Bull clutch, just adding salt to the wound here.
Every single time that Brave gets to play like this, we get to see the camera, we get to see his smile, and I would smile if I had that understanding, that movement, and that confidence in myself. NAVI was very, very damaged after they got onto the side. Correct me if I'm wrong, they don't even get the spike down in this situation. They want to run it down and just, you know, a moment to celebrate as BBL has found the way to perfectly, almost perfectly, defend this site. Last round now.
Look at the money as well coming in. It's going to be lacking in areas. It's still not perfect. Yeah, you've got an ult or two, but it's oh dear, NAVI. That was the one to hold on to.
Yep.
It feels like 8's on the way, but this side of the map had been robust. Now the issue is it is only Brave, but when I say it's only Brave, look what he just did. He does have deeper support from Reezy, but Brave just going to hit the evacuation button. He's out of there. He's going to play maybe on towards the back of that corner. Actually, he's sitting all the way towards CT. He's sitting super deep on this. So again, looking like that's the right plan here. Going to let NAVI take the site this time. Hopefully they check the box. No one's there.
I love how BBL also gives the space. They are aware that Artis has his ultimate.
Look at the backfill. Look at what they're already doing. And even Brave finding Shao.
Aferin ya.
They are on the way.
Bir tane adam
There's
var ya,
util, but
tebrik ederim.
you're going to be pinched in.
God, everything has to come in at the perfect time.
Nice!
Pora, you filthy! Catching Angel completely unaware. Oh, the follow-up's lovely too. Zip at an artist. Looks like a formality, BBL. What a round!
The way that they can do this from the defense, that they can execute
Yiyin
such
onları,
a
yiyin.
good plan round after round, understanding all the differences in what NAVI is doing round for round. Now, it's their turn to attack, by the way. We were talking about Fusioner being super necessary and how the rest of the team is going to set them up. Well, the rest have already done their work. Brave, Elite, I would say anyone, even Reezy, getting everything that they needed to
Hadi
secure
uyandınız
an
hadi oğlum.
8-4 half. Now it's his turn to shine.
Açıldık arkadaşlar. Hoş geldiniz. Hoş geldiniz.
Açıldık
Şimdi açıldık.
Şimdi
BBL.
I just don't love this comp with them. I don't love it.
I think that Angel is actually very comfortable on the in the Sova. And
sure.
If you have to segue with the wall from Zippen, right, and you can give that extra information, I understand what he wants to achieve.
Of course, I get the concept.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it works.
I don't agree. I'm just trying to.
I get you.
You know?
I get you, but I just don't. I'd love to see them try out a more kind of quote-unquote modern comp, right? Like as it stands, I'd much rather see the Gecko here.
Elit ölüyordu.
Everything that comes along with it, but prove me wrong. Show me a little something on this side then.
Yeah. Talking about this side, I was briefly mentioning it, but previously
Çocuğu
Artis was
yaralarını sarın
brilliant
ya.
on
Yok
going
ki
for those
healer.
first duels, just
Nasıl
trying to
yapalım?
be that secondary duelist here. Oh, it is Riot Games.
Gazi Elit.
Be awkward if it wasn't.
Yep. We would have seen worse.
Yeah, weird crosshair there. Artis. For now though, BBL getting closer. So got a chance on one there. Doesn't get the first shot, so has to slip away, but going to keep himself quiet here.
Yeah. That knife is not going to spot anything, but Arders know
Abi
that
Kemal
already that space
gittiğinden
has been
beri
taken.
round vermiyoruz. İşte.
Trying to isolate on Link, but it's mostly coming out towards the side of site
Oğlum vurun
here.
şunu.
Sugetsu does he get
Nice,
out of this? No.
nice.
BBL or is out smuggled the site and they win the fight towards Link to boot. This is looking like it's going to be 9. Angel and Zipan, a lot of work in front of them. Not many chances to do it. Look at the setup here, even just towards Link. There's so many bodies. Like even if you clear one, there should be a perfect swing. It's very hard to win as a one player walking into 3. Angel, okay, you can maybe clear box. He's still alive.
En kötüleri kaldı.
Yep, there we are. BBL. You couldn't ask for a better start in the second half. This might be a quick map here.
Hear me out, analyst desk, if you're listening, I want to know how many multi-kills have Brave gotten in this map and the previous one. Of course, focus more on this one because I think that he's been brilliant. But I want
Bugün
to draw the
taraftar çok
attention,
iyi. Bugün
especially
diğer
onto that
taraftar
last
çok
bit
iyi.
when we see exactly right now 3 players picking at the same time onto A-Link, not even giving Navi the chance to go and fight them. They decide when the fights are going to happen. If they can keep that coming for the rest of the attack, we could already be outflipped.
We could be. And then I don't know. Then I don't know, yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see.
That's out of my paycheck. I don't get to map 3.
Okay. See the buy, obviously not pretty here, but on the other side, already going to be quite robust. Is there any way that Navi can do much with this? I'm kind of looking at your sheriffs in the hands of Zipan and Xiao. As it stands, Plant's going to be there. And BBL going to be happy enough with that. Reezy does cop a little bit of damage. I mean, they're chipping away at BBL, but no one's been able to take away any of these weapons. And it's going to be bloody hard to try and deal with that. Oh my god, okay.
Ne
And of
oluyor?
course it's Angel. Just hitting bangers.
Heretics mi yapıyoruz?
Now,
Heretics
it's not,
yapıyoruz.
I wouldn't say the most easily recovered weapon, but it's possible. There's no one on site, it's purely in the post plant. It's purely sitting over towards that B main side.
Çok güzel.
The catch of the cross is lovely for Brave there. And yeah, this is very, very hard to dig people out of those deeper positions and making a damn good
Tamam,
go of
bitti
it.
bu kadar.
But
Sakin.
still, BBL,
Shield.
gonna pass. No, I wouldn't say with flying colors. You might have wanted to keep a little bit more, but again, they keep the 2 rifles. They keep the 2 guns they really came in with.
That's what's important right now. They can make the decision if they want to play this as a full bonus round or if they want to add on some more credits. Double digits now for BBL, very close to closing their map pick. Now Navi onto their first full buy. Things need to change, right? We need to see what kind of phase are we going to see from Navi. Are they going to be just as passive? We know that probably the setup from Killjoy is not the strongest cipher it is, at least in my opinion on this map.
Yeah, I think at the very least we've seen how strong Cypher can be here. When Elite was playing it, how much faith they put into him.
Totally.
So again, look and see how it looks as Sugetsu. Well. Exactly. Now, for BBL here, they do only come out with those 2 rifles, but again, they're just going for a dry walk. They just have to deal with that turret. There's no subtlety to this now. They've noted the rifle. There will be bodies behind this. Sugetsu is now under pressure. He's got players coming his way. Passes the first test. That Q should have gone. No trade available. Xiao trying to do his best 10 impression. It doesn't go well. Reezy gonna find it. And now it's getting a little messy here.
Dur bakayım, Heretics yapıyoruz gene. Ama Şerif var ya.
Reezy's got his ult.
Yeah, Reezy's got his ult. He's got the
Bıçak geliyor, bıçak geliyor. Eline şey al.
has a flash and he's molly of his own. We see it on Reezy's hands. He's very confident in how he's going to use this.
Yeah, there's the first time buyer invested.
Çözemezler.
Follow up as well, Elite. The furthest player back, he has to keep that cross safe, and he is. Reezy's gone down though, no ult going to come through again.
Çözemez.
There goes all the other bits of utility. Can they buy enough time here? Pora's going to have to hit some of these shots. Can't do it in time.
Güzel olsun. Çok güzel bonus, çok güzel bonus.
Make it out with 3 alive.
They managed
Reezy
to get
ulti
this
bilerek kullanmadık ya.
and just fight against all the utility coming in from the side of BBL. Everything that they were saving, the movement, the understanding from Suigetsu, knowing that the knife could not get him, or then his utility was not going to have the effect on the rest of the round, how to move and exactly where the weak points were on the picks coming onto the site. Now, still, it's a long way.
It is. It's a very long road.
5 rounds, and BBL have looked very, very dominant on this map.
I mean, BBL only had 2 rifles there. Now they got 5. Now they got the opportunity to use the ult.
You tell Xiao that.
Hadi çocuklar. Kulübayız.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got
Kötü
here.
baylar, iyi
What's the
değil
look for
bayları.
BBL this time?
Mesela Zipan bol bile almamış.
Early glimpse.
Nothing on mid.
Nope.
Do you think they're going to nerf Gecko?
I hope not.
I like him. I hope they don't.
It's kind of fun as it stands. Although I hear terrible
Just
things
make
about
everything else a
Wingman.
little bit more broken. That's the solution.
A'ya döndük.
Potentially.
A'da tek başına Zipan tutuyor. Ardına Ardis var. Ardis büyük ihtimal flash için bekliyor yakınında. Evet, eline de flash'ı aldı. Çok güzel geri çıkış. Çok iyi. Aferin lan çocuklar.
Zipan's cleared this. I love what he's doing here.
Yeah, but he needs to break the trip if he wants to make this effective. The knife is going to
B'ye
guarantee
dönmek
that there are
mantıklı
no
mıydı?
They can cheat a player over early. They can instantly put bodies behind this on B. They've completely removed the question mark.
Like Navi has read
Navi
what's
çok iyi
happening
okudu
here.
şu an.
Yeah, it's incredibly impressive. So Reezy now, all going to be coming through though, is going to find one on the side. That's an issue. Angel's gone down. Artist on the trade, and now look at Xiao. Just walks through the smoke, makes the site his own. And where's this been? Where's this Navi been?
Dörtlerde ya.
The fact that they are able to read everything that happens on that
Dörtlerde.
round.
Sakin olmamız lazım. Sakin olmamız lazım. Mantıklı oynamamız lazım. Karşımızdaki takım Navi. Comeback'leriyle ünlü takım Navi. Dikkat etmemiz lazım.
But the moment that Zipan is able to just walk in spots that there's a trip, he's like, it's not here. It's 100% not here. So the movement is beautiful. The confidence also for Navi to go into those duels. We know that everything is easier when you have a cipher and you have those trap wires and you're able to just pick from the smokes. But hey, a smoke at the door is just as effective, right?
No, you're absolutely on the money. And this has been enough that's going to put BBL's money back in question, right? Navi have kept that relatively clean. They'll be happy. They can build their economy.
Zipan'ın açılması hoş olmadı. Ya ben orada aslında şunu düşündüm. Hani oraya alırlar A'yı. Sonra geri çıkarlar. Çünkü çok güzel geri çıkış yaptılar orada. Flash'la beraber çünkü orada oyun kuruyordu. Ardis flash attı Zipan'a. Sonra çok güzel flash'ı counterladık ama sonra tekrar oynamamız lazımdı sanki ya. Yani o Zipan'a çok alan verdik orada. Adam komple rotate'lettirdi takımını tabii.
I'm looking to see if BBL can find that opportunity here. Stinger, Sheriff or two odds and ends.
Önce bir kontrol başlamamız lazım ki map'e hakim olalım. Yerlerden pushlamasınlar. Haydi bakalım. Konuşuyor. Bukanç konuşuyor da. Hatırlatmalar yapıyor.
But, I mean, they made it look possible. So it will be Sugetsu to be challenged, because they've made no real attempts at pulling any sort of fake to this. Deeper Knife goes out, does find its target. That's Sugetsu. Do they follow off the back? Ooh.
So he doesn't care about tanking the damage. But now they're just going to walk away all together. All 5 players just looking. See what the next step is going to be. They split. 3 of them are just going to take a little bit onto mid.
Eko'yuz bu arada.
It's going to be walking around. They're not very sure how to do this or how to enter the side. Also with Angel using his drone, they need to wait until he's done with this.
Yeah, Navi are doing really well of keeping check of map control, right?
They know exactly where they're not.
Exactly. You've seen where Angel just found presence, and now to kind of complement that, Zipan on the other side. Yeah. And you're right. Well, he's read that the potential is either B main or top mid, right? That's the 2 opportunities they have here. And they're trying to add question marks, I get that, but Navi have kind of kept check on this. Now, there's a nice bit of timing in middle, so keep that in the back of your minds here. You should have tried to gap close towards the back of pillar, but it's really what the best opportunity is trying to get towards A, because of this one singular position. Now, Zipan will hear and get played in on this.
Look at this.
Zipan, yeah, lovely timing on this. Pora, hello? Hello, Xiao, what are you up to? What? 10 seconds! The spike, though, it's so far away. There's nothing they can do about it, but man, they made that nearly possible. 6 seconds. There is no chance that he can find Zipan to this round. Will go away. The Brave still just being a nuisance.
Hadi beyler, hadi beyler.
Saved the round, but still.
Wasn't this an eco?
Yes.
When we were talking about it?
Yes, it was. And they're scary. They're scary.
Sometimes the map gets overcooked, overworked, and this was one of the instances. And this could have perfectly been a round for BBL. Definitely, as I say, they played a little bit overcooked, but it shows that they have the versatility to do whatever they want.
Büyük
and
oynadı
they
Power
understand
burada
the
ya.
map
Çok
good
büyük oynadı
enough.
ya.
I was looking at Power being like, I mean, the rotations are definitely safe if they go through the defender spawn.
I'm just looking at Xiao, who's just like, why is there an omen in my spawn? What's happened here? That's not me.
Az önce çok iyi gap'ler bulduk ya.
And now they come back into this round with a couple of odds very much nearby now. Angel 1 off from this. You can see maybe, I'm wondering if they're going to fight for this. No, a little bit of an interesting approach here. Ardis, got to be careful. This The first time we're seeing BBL prioritize middle presence as well quite early, so a very
şöyle yalandan bir headshot atsak ya mide ya.
Shao is going to be suppressed. No smokes for now for the side of Navi. BBL of course got that information, but they decide to back off a little bit. Also, Brave has to be keeping an eye on Zippen, right? He's been going in the aggression a couple of times, and he's been getting a lot. Not only that, Angel decides to go in aggression of his own.
But it's all information. It's all map control, and it's all information.
Dön abi. Midi tekrar al abi. Gelmiştir mide, dikkat et.
People want to toy with expectations, they got to run it late. Now, I quite like this. Now, but if someone makes a step, they are absolutely screwed. And there's been no pressure, but there's still a smoke on B main, so Angel gets curious, and he finds the pointy end of the stick. BBL just about adjusting at the very end of that kind of information game that's being played back and forth between these two. It is purely mind games now.
But this is very good, right? You're talking about the mind games, and this is perfect for BBL as they all rotate now. 5 versus 4, and only Zippen to fight this.
Yeah, but he's still alive, and that's everything. 28 seconds out, they've got to make a move. BBL cannot be slow about this one. If Zippen can be even the slightest of problems, this can really go astray. Good trade for Pora, keeps it on track. Maybe the plant can now come through. Maybe that could be the next factor here. That's going to be going down now in the hands of Wingman. But there's still potential as retake. Shao going to take that first step, clearing out Kushina. Reezy willing to try and take a challenge on this. He knows he's got the line selected. And Pora cuts off Link, but he takes so much damage. Shao going to find him through the box. Down to a 2v2, but look at the potential on this one. Still utility in play, but how do they get past this? The paranoia perfect. Pora has to respect it and back away. No chance for the rest. They have to face the music their own. Shao. Tap on the spike here, Sugetsu. So ready for the change, but now it's all down to one. Shao in a 1v2. He's got them low, but he's not got much time on this.
Is he going to buy it?
No way. No way.
No way.
What's another
I think Elite might have it. No, my word, Shao. This is going to be close. But he's absolutely got him with a second to spare. Shao clutching up for NAVI, and BBL going to be devastated about that.
I'm so surprised that BBL was not able to close that round, because especially once the rotations were coming in, we saw, for example, Artis using the knife onto mid, because after Angel died there, players from BBL could literally be anywhere in the map. The plan goes down and everything goes down to those trades. A lot of utility used. And of course, the round is going to be for Navi. Not a comfortable one, but definitely the one that needed. Now that gap is only in 2 rounds after that Red Bull clutch.
Showstopper for Kushina. Still got Zippan's out. Still got Angels. And oh dear, there's information. And there's a clean shot from Zippan. So sharp. You see the flash trying to get him into this again, but Pora's not going to have any of that. So, again, evening this affair out, maybe not necessary to double dip on towards that peak.
I'm surprised. For a second, I thought that Angel was going to help him with his ultimate. Yeah, exactly. Green light now onto BBL. Of course, they do not have the full information, but with some shots also being fired, they're not going to question it. They know that at least Sugetsu's utility is not going to be available to be.
Yeah, BBL know what they did. As soon as they got that pick towards Sugetsu, it's game on here. BBL with the first real chance in a while here. Yeah, they can slow down the plant for a second, but you're going to need some magic from Artis and maybe Angel. Smoke about to dissipate, but still 2v4, that's so much. BBL.
Clear.
Yeah, there we go. First to be spotted. Okay, Artis, come off it, that's 2. A 1v2, and they know where Angel is. What does he have for us now? How does he do anything with this?
It's complicated. Reezy also still has the wingman available again.
He's got to fight this.
There he goes.
He's got to fight this. There's no two ways about it. He knows what they're trying to do to him here, but no one's going to play to his own tune. No, perfect
Let's
from
go!
BBL. Quick thinking there. The second they find Sugetsu,
Arkadaşlar şansı bıraktım geldim tek şans.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that that's what they were trying to achieve with such slow pace round at the beginning of the previous one, right? They want to spot someone from Navi pushing, maybe a door open that opens one possibility more for them to work onto the map. And Elite is playing Elite today. Sorry, Lauren, I had to do it. But a quick thinking, quick reaction, quick also understanding of the plan. On the other hand, we saw also Angel using that Sova ult, that Hunter's Fury, and I was not surprised by it because Zippen goes in, gets 1 kill. He decides to retake, even though they already have that advantage, and he finds multiple players. They even use the KO knife to triple down on that kind of information. And even though Angel is already in elbow, he doesn't support Zippen with it. He could have used it to force the players from BBL out of a safe position into a clean angle from Zippen that he could have just gotten away for. But on the other hand, he uses it when Shao is already onto B. He's already being surrounded by players, and he's not finding a lot of success. The plant was already denied because the wingman had been killed, so the forcing out of positions wasn't really working in that situation. Probably that's what we see this time, and of course, because BBL only needs 2 more rounds to take this to a third round.
Yeah, it's the first in a while. It was 4 in a row for NAVI.
Adamlar hiç düşmüyor ya. Gülüp eğleniyorlar. Full keyif yani.
As it stands, BBL have broken the deadlock here, basically. They've got themselves an opportunity to maybe build off this. That showstopper in the back pocket of Kushner is huge. Let's see when that gets brought into effect.
Angel'a mini bu demedim arkadaşlar. Oraya bizim çocuklar mini bu diyorlar da Angel'ın o durduğu yere.
Big potential in this round. What do we see from BBL though? How do they want to approach this?
Göremiyorsunuz ki siz benim mouse.
It's like an early glance towards middle.
Siktir edin ya.
Tamam ben mini bu dedim Angel'a.
And just going to get that information, as you say, they decide to change the plans and just play standard in the round. And just wait until BBL shows their feet.
Just gonna hear this, yeah. Lovely. That's a great pick. That's the showstopper off the opportunity now. Bora trying to take the space back, but it looks a little isolated. Yeah, he's got to be careful here. Does he get the advantage, or does he actually just lose out? Giving away the position. You can already see the Na'Vi think maybe they're on the site. Actually, no, they're a little bit further behind it, and Brave going to be rewarded. Catching out Zipan. Now the plant's going to come in. Oh, Brave, come on. Oh, this going to be fuming about it.
Azrail gibi geldi
now
vurdu.
BBL looking right back on track here. Good positions for the post plant as well. Still controlling market. Still with so many question marks around the map here. Sugetsu still trying to clear through. So paranoid about the flank. The flash. Almost giving out another chance here. Xiao trying to close in, but do they know about Brave? They do now. Xiao clears it, but time's ticking. They gotta get a move on it. Xiao doing serious damage. Gonna spot out Reezy too, but where's Elite? Do they know where he is? The time gonna be bought here. That's not on the spike. That's not close enough. They can still do this. Wait, Reezy. He's huge from Reezy. Oh, but Angel trade, but what's the timeline? They don't have time for this.
Patladı. Güzel be. Güzel be.
Clutch coming out with that final shot hitting through the smoke.
And this is the kind of round that just chases you for a very, very long time. This is number 12 for BBL, and the crowd is also with them. They want to see that last map. You're talking about Reezy, and even though Xiao is able to get a couple of kills, beautiful interpretation by the end of it. I love how they're using the combinations of the Omen and the Cypher. The amount of space that they're creating for themselves within the site. Also, the fact that Kushner goes down and Brave does not second guess anything. He knows that he's the next one to step up. He's the one pushing and generating the rest of the space for BBL.
Yeah, BBL will be smiling about this one. That one kill from Reezy was the difference maker. That was everything they needed. Yeah, they come back in with a little less, but they'll be fine.
Kushner still with his ultimate. Angel has been using this drone onto tiles, and I think that he has never found anything, just onto tiles. I know that a mid has been broken at least a couple of times. But yeah, also look at the setup that Suigetsu has onto A. Can be comfortable in that, and I think that the reason why they want to reinforce market is because of how successful BBL has been. Either they want to get the kill or want to put the pressure onto that and create that kind of question over there.
But again, though, you can see this conditioning actually could be punished now. If BBL have identified that, yeah, we've been running mid a couple of times, yeah, we've been punishing market, hey, let's hit that adjustment, but Sugetsu does have the lockdown. This could be so valuable. Yeah, enough. That was enough that he wants to be investing on this one. He is going to have to respect this and back away. They need to deal with that lockdown. They get the site for themselves. Kushner. Oh dear, you couldn't ask for anything better. Not only does he get the lockdown, he finds Sugetsu as well. No one there to work off the back of it. Now Na'Vi are on the ropes. BBL, yeah, now just going to dig in their heels. Reezy's got ult too. This couldn't have gone better.
Oh yeah, monster on the loop.
Reezy ulti geldi.
Try and find some value with it, but what can NAVI do to gap close here? Still so much utility to play off, so much to depend upon. And NAVI got to get a move on now. They got to find some of these players. First to try and take that challenge will be Zipan and Xiao going to take down Brave and Pora, but it's going to be running lower numbers now. Zipan desperately low. It's all on Xiao in a 1v2. And the time is ticking. 3 bullets. Oh, this is devastating. It's a slow, painful death at this point. He knows it. He's desperately trying. What a great shot towards Reezy. But time is not on his side. Neither is this map. BBL taking us the distance. Split now on the horizon. A fabulous performance here.